Hey everybody, happy Wednesday afternoon. It's about 2:10. Uh, Flurry of activity around here today, even though lots of us are in and out. Matt's been to Missouri and back, and Pastor Terry's gone for a few days over the coast, and Colleen's doing some writing, and everyone's gearing up for missions night tonight. So lots going on. In the midst of that, as I've shared with most of you, and most of you know already, that we've been blessed with some funds to make some purchases and upgrade some equipment, and we're in the throes of that. And I know I know we got to get to rehearsal, but I just have to share with you some of this stuff because it's really cool. It's really exciting things that are happening. Um, First of all, new soundboard has been ordered. Digital soundboard is ordered and it's on its way. Should be here tomorrow. And we also were able to order, and that's going to send us into a whole other world with capabilities and stuff. So that's just the tip of the iceberg, but we're excited about that. Able to order an amplifier for the electric guitar to replace Christopher's, so the church will own that, and Christopher can have his at home. And so thank you, Christopher, for loaning your equipment for all these years, and that'll be great. Should be here today. I haven't even checked. It could be here already. So that's pretty cool. And then on the drum front, oh man, Derek, thank you for your work in doing a lot of research and educating me, and then our back and forth, and just trying to really get something that is of great quality without breaking the bank, but yet has the sound that we really desire and would really love to have. And the Lord is just provided for us. I mean, just He's been so good. Thanks for educating me, Derek. Derek really knows his stuff. And really helped us dial in and not just get something that we would just settle for that would be okay. But man, anyway, long story short, and Greg has been just fantastic in his support in helping us. And anyway, I came up with a number based on our budget, and had a little wiggle room, and it grew a little bit. And I shared that with Derek, and he found a set that just knocked our socks off. And once I heard it, I just fell in love with it, and I was afraid it was just going to be out of our league. And anyway, came up with this number. I said to Derek, "Here's the number. Give him a call to see what we can do." And the guy comes back with pretty much on the number what we had to spend, and it was just like boom. Derek can tell the story, but it's just a real shot in the arm to, and we're just grateful for the Lord just showing us that um, He cares about that stuff too. And and wait till you hear this set. I mean, it's going to be a custom set, so we got to wait a while, 6 to 10 weeks. But it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be made for us, and there will be no other set like it. It's not a mass-produced crank 'em out set. It's a custom set for us, and boy howdy, we're going to be able to just rock the house with it. It's gonna be really powerful. So, on another front, I've been communicating with Dennis Jernigan this week, and finalized that we're going to get to do a number with him. And at the end of the service, so on Sunday the 11th, September 11th, we're going to close the service. He's going to have the whole worship time, so we all get pretty much the day off. But I'm considering the possibility of us doing an opening number. I don't know yet, but with just our team, I don't know. We may or may not do that. But we're going to do a closing number with him and sent him a bunch of suggestions, and he came back and said, hey, let's do Thank You. So I was like, sure. And Thank You happens to be the song that we've done a few times around here. And he said, hey, let's do it in, he said, Thank You in E flat. And I come in my office today, and here I don't normally do this, but this is funny. This was just sitting here on my, by my keyboard, the arrangement we just did a few weeks back, a month back or so. It's Thank You in E flat. was like, sweet. So, so just little things like that, just showing us that the Lord is working and He's in this. And I just want to encourage you guys to pray for Dennis and Melinda Jernigan. They're just going through some serious spiritual attacks right now on them, on their ministry. I'll send you an email with some more specifics because I really, really want us as a church family, and particularly our worship ministry, to just let the Lord flow through us and bless their socks off while they're here, just like Crossover's so good at doing for guests who come. Anyway, I'm excited about that. And what else was I going to say? Since the Supreme Court decision about same-sex marriage a year ago in June, he said many of their requests or their opportunities to share his story are just drying up. The church is kind of beginning to chicken out in lots of places, and they don't want him to share his story because it's too controversial. So I said, hey, you bring it on, man. We're just going to trust the Holy Spirit in you, and you bring it on, and we're going to be encouraging and prayer behind you. So just be really praying for them, and for protection, and for encouragement, and for their family. So yeah, neat stuff's going on. So let me talk us through this set. Pastor, our course is in Romans 3, 3 through 8, and just the nitty gritties and the details and the intricacies of the gospel and what it really means for the Jew, for the Gentile, and just unpacking that so powerful. It can get thick and weedy, but it's we're just going to focus. I'll share kind of the flow of thought and kind of overview, and then I'm going to make a separate video that just has the songs, so you can just rehearse with them. Okay, it's a great suggestion that Tammy gave us the other night. So we're just going to kick off the service with our favorite that we've had in the last 6 months or so, or this last year, God My Rock. So and we're going to do that just straight up like we've done it. So there's really nothing to communicate that's out of the norm in terms of the roadmap or arrangement. It'll just be, and I think gals, will fall into our. That one falls really nicely, Allie, where you can, when we go to parts, you can stay lead and I go tenor, and Stacy in the alto harmony slot. So that works really well. Key of C, so we've lowered it so it feels a little bit more comfy. So we're going to introduce. Let me back up just a little bit. We're going to introduce Youth Camp, powerful song called "Oh Praise the Name" that just became almost like their theme song. It's just, I just heard from so many coming back from camp, oh, this song just really, really ministered, and the Lord really used it. So I said, hey, again, join God where He's working. If He's working it in this group of, 60 to 80 folks, let's join that and bring it in as part of our repertoire and join that flow. And so we're going to jump on it and introduce that. I'm going to play a video of that song from Hillsong, "Oh Praise the Name." They do it in C, and we're going to do it in A, so it's a little higher. So, but man, we're going to start that 5 minutes before the service, and once everybody hears that song, or those 60 to 80 that were involved in camp, hopefully that just focuses them in and gets them excited to worship with that song again. But then it's in C, and after it ends, it just kind of ends on this rumble on this C. It'll be perfect. God My Rock is in C. So rather than jump right into that song, we're going to save it, a little teaser. So that'll be our lead up. We're just going to kick right in with "You Are the Strength of My Heart," right? You are the strength of my heart. I can rely on you. I can rely on you. We'll do that, of course, in our 3 parts. I can rely on you. And then, Derek, boom, we're going to go right at 100. Okay, and when we do the song, I'll rehearse it at 100 with the metronome. But you start right with that boom, 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 just a couple measures. Don't get people clapping, and then the electric. Do 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 do. And we're off into and go ahead and give, we can give a few measures of that drum lead before Thomas, you come in on the electric. Get kind of the clapping going, get the beat going, boom, and then we start with that instrumental intro. It's 2 bars on each chord: C, G, A minor, and the F. So, okay. I think that's all for that song. That's just going to be a standalone opener. So again, flowing right out of the video, boom, chorus, and then intro. Okay. You see. So then we're in. So when we start our set, we're going to start with. I'm going to come back after the yellow card and say, hey, that song that video, refer back to it. Just maybe say, hey, man, this really ministered at the youth camp last week, and we just want to learn it together. And so students help us out. Here we go, kind of thing. So we'll get and as I'm talking, Leslie, you can just be on the pad or the strings. We'll pick pad or strings. I'm not sure yet, but we'll have you just kind of on that A. And just kind of be, and you can even add the third. It's okay. This one, maybe even the A and the C sharp. I don't know if you can see my hands. I'm just kind of holding with the pad. Okay, and as I'm talking, and this one, and then we're gonna do this one pretty much, I think, straight up as what you hear on that Hillsong recording. Okay, so just I'll do the rehearse with the metronome, Derek, so we can lock that in. But it just starts kind of with that ethereal feel. It's very similar, I think, kind of to Oceans, how it kind of the vibe at the beginning, and then it explodes. It just really ebbs and flows. But as you listen to it, hopefully you're loving it. But it just the intro, I have it written there. It's just 4 beats of A. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the D. 2, 3, 4. Cast my mind on Calvary. It's just mostly when Jesus bled and died for me. I see his wounds. It's really diamonds. There's really no pulse here at the beginning, as you can hear on the recording. His hands, his hands and feet, my Savior on that cursed tree. And then a little bigger, his body bound. That's with the toms. Derek, laid him down. Joseph's tomb, the entrance sealed by heaven's snow, heavy snow. Messiah still and all alone. 3, 4, C sharp. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise his name forevermore. I won't do the whole song right now, but you kind of get the idea. This one's rangy. Again, so gals, help me out. We'll do those first 2 verses unison for sure. Nice and low. And then as it gets into the higher register, the melody's fairly high, so it might be one where I might just stay lead and have you 2 hit the other 2 harmonies when we get to the choruses, because it does get, even though I lowered it to A, it gets pretty high. But the verses are nice and comfy low. But there's really, if if you listen to it, it's not really a 3-part song. It might be just a 2-part song where I stay on lead and you two sing the harmony part together, unison. So just give it a listen, and we'll. I trust what we'll put together on Sunday. I'm not too concerned about it, about making it 3-part. Okay. So yeah, the flow of it is just fantastic. So it just starts that ethereal, verse 1, verse 2, diamonds, and then the chorus kind of moderate, not super big, just moderate, and then it builds into verse 3. Then on the third, at break of dawn, much more groove, a lot with the tom, Theric, tom, kind of a tom groove in that verse 3, and then the second chorus is pretty big. It's pretty up. And then that pushes all the way through to that second chorus. You'll see the note. I'll try to have it on the charts there. Push all the way through to the downbeat of verse 4, and then it goes back to diamonds, just like verse 1. So it sounds like this. We're finishing that second chorus, which is big. Endless days we will sing your praise, oh Lord our God. Don't die in your fall. Push 1, 2, shall return. Robes of white, blazing sun shall pierce the night, and I will rise. See how that works? So push all the way through and then go to the diamonds dead on verse 4. Okay, and then it gets really fun. We finish verse 4. Gone, my gaze transfixed on Jesus' face. You'd think that would just want to build and explode. It kind of does. It kind of starts to build. But we don't sing. We're going to build to an instrumental where the electric guitar has a nice feel. So Thomas, I'd love you to work out that electric guitar thing, and then we go to an instrumental. This is nice electric guitar. Sing it, only we're going to sing it off mic. So pull the mics down. I want to really hear the congregation. Just not, big, but not over the top big, so we can hear the congregation. So praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise his name forevermore. For endless days we will sing your praise, oh Lord, and nice and big, back on the mics. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Let me finish it out, and then the ending there. Lord our God, last X ending. Oh, praise Lord, to the F sharp minor. Oh, praise Lord our God. It's going to be a really powerful song. So then I married it to some songs that are just wheelhouse tunes. So when we finish that, here we're gonna go into a little section where, give you a heads up, we're doing 2 partial songs, and bear with me. I'm going to try to explain it really well so that it's super clear. All right, and I made notes, so hopefully you can print off. If you can't, let me know. I'll get you copies. But make notes. It's really not hard. It's just we just gotta think through it together. So when we finish that, everything's in A, so we're not messing with key changes, which is really nice. So we just finished that. Praise Lord our God. So that song just overall presents the gospel with a look back and a look forward, and then it just that explosion of praise and declaration of what we'll be doing for all eternity. And then we're just gonna tag on that, kind of almost like an emphatic tag, and build on that, going into stronger. Build on that, declaring even more emphatically that Jesus is Lord of all, that he is stronger than sin and anything that would defeat us. And the written word of God says that Christ is risen, and it proclaims the truth that he destroys the work of the enemy. So we're just gonna right on that A, and then we're just gonna go. You are stronger. You are stronger. Sin is broken. You have saved me. It is written. Christ is risen. Jesus, you are Lord of all. Okay? 2 choruses. You are stronger, stronger. Sin is broken. You have saved me. It is written. Christ is risen. Jesus, you are Lord of all. And then right there, I want you to go to the instrumental 2, which is on page 2, which starts with the A over D. You are Lord of all. 2, 3, and there's 2 beats of A over D, and then on beat 3 it goes to the E, to the F sharp minor, 1, 2 to the E, A over C sharp for 3, to the E over G sharp for 3. Does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that's it. We do that twice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. Maybe a couple of times, unison, then we can break into the parts. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. Do my tenor part, but you be up there, Stacy. You be up there, Ellie. Okay, 4 times on the bridge. Thought about doing it more. We'll see if we feel like it. If the Spirit, we feel like we just need to push that a little longer, we will. At least 4. If we, we could go on to 6. But just that build and that bridge. Higher. Last time we hold it and go back. You are stronger, stronger. Sin is broken. You save me. We do that twice. Sin is risen. This will be the last time. Jesus, you are Lord of all. Okay? That makes sense. So really, just the chorus and the bridge and the instrumental on that song. Again, we're rumbling on the A, Lord of all. And this is where we might take a pause. Sorry, my computer's doing things. Okay, we're still there. A little breather, okay, because I'm going to go into I Lift My Hands. And on this song, all we're going to do, we're going to begin with the last line of verse 2, which is let faith arise, or what's the last line of each verse? Let faith arise, let faith arise. Okay, and I have it marked on your chart. Couple of times, or several times instrumentally, I kind of want to use it as a transition and to talk about, so we've just declared the objective truth about Jesus being Lord of all. We're going to sing a prayer that our faith would rise and increase in the objective truth of who Jesus is and what he has done. That the eyes of our hearts be opened to know the glorious truth about who God says we are. Kind of that Ephesians 1 idea. I want your eyes to be open to know the glorious hope to which he has called you. Let faith arise. I lift my hands to believe again. So we'll just flow into this. So we've left the territory of complete songs and steady. We're kind of in freewheel mode, so I'm trying to be clear though while we're in freewheel mode. Okay, does that make sense? So hopefully that song was pretty straightforward. Chorus, instrumental, bridge, back to the chorus, and then we're there. Okay, then I'm gonna start just kind of. It won't be necessarily a tempo. We're just gonna kind of go to the B minor 7 to the D. Oops, don't hit that note. Lord, we just want our faith and our confidence in you to rise. Just declared what we believe about you to be true because of your word and because of what you've done in our lives. We know. Just give us more faith to trust you more. Let faith arise. Just start unison. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. Again, band, start to build it. Maybe you can come in, Randall, on the third time. Singing on the electric guitar and start to strum it a little bit, Steve. Oh, let my faith arise. Last time. 1, 2. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. Open my eyes. Open my eyes. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. Okay, see what I did there? I just kind of, just a big swell, Derek. If we could get a swell right there timed with the end. Let faith arise. Swell. Let faith arise. Then we're at tempo. Open my eyes. Open my eyes. Let faith arise. I'm going to do that section once. Open my eyes. I lift my hands. I love a dead break there. That's sweet. So let me show you that again. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. Open my eyes. Open my eyes. 1, 2. I lift my hands to believe again. You are my refuge, you are my strength. My heart sleeps, I remember. Okay, it's a high melody here, so again, I'll probably stay lead and have you two take the other harmonies that you hear to the chorus twice there. So I lift my hands to believe again. You are faithful, God, forever. I lift my hands to believe again. Second ending. You are faithful, God. You're faithful, God. And I wrote the chords out. Forever. 2 measures of A. 1, 2. 2 measures of F sharp minor. 7. Down to the D. To the E suspended. To the E. Okay, and that's how that ends. I know it kind of took a long time there, but I wanted to just make sure that that was clear. Hang on a second. No, then when we E suspended to the E, and then we're going to go back and bookend it. It was just two passes. Let faith arise, just like we started. Let faith arise. Oh, let faith arise. Let faith arise. position, which works perfect to just go. That'd be great, Derek, if you had that song, if you were able to get that song. You've done that one enough. And then we're going to do this one straight up. So we're back into straightforward territory. So once we hit that rise, you could just go like a soft whatever it is, tempo it is. I'll give you one, okay? When we do the run through, I'll give you the tempo, okay? So you can have that ready. And then Grace So Glorious, we've done this before. I think it'll just fall right in. Just normal intro, verse 1, verse 2, pre-chorus, double chorus. There's always double choruses, or sometimes more. Chorus. Then the instrumental section again with the same thing. Then we do verse 3, pre-chorus, double chorus, and then we have a longer instrumental section, instrumental 2, where Thomas, you can take some liberties. Okay, and then we bring it down, we build that instrumental 2, bring it back down into the verse 4. Wondrous day when I will see the face of Him who ransomed me. Right? You know how this builds. In a grace so glorious. Hold it out. Crowned in glory to glory. Worthy is the Lord. And you do like a double chorus there at the end, and then it has a ending there. Okay. Then we finish that. Worthy, holy is the Lord. I like to do the ending twice. And you just finish right on that A chord. I'm adding a 2. And then it's just ready. Praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. For endless days we will sing your praise. Oh Lord, our God. Oh Lord, our God. Oh Lord, our God. Bookend. I was pretty excited to see that just kind of settle in, and I hope it just is a special time. So Grace So Glorious, the triumphant restatement, like we started, of the Lordship of Christ and His coming kingdom and our privilege, place as His children. And that'll praise the name reprise. Okay, I hope that's relatively clear to all of you. As always, call me, text me, email me, Facebook me. No, don't Facebook me. I'm not a Facebook guy. Not super much. City me. There you go. That's the word I want. City me. Yeah. So I'm going to sign off with this video and then give you a separate video where you can just use it as a rehearsal video, and hopefully I'll give you my tempos and good straight run throughs so you can practice. Okay? Thanks, guys.